Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Zebu Nation. We are here in the 2021 regular season with FC Cincinnati. And actually, we're not going to focus on the regular season. We're going to focus on Champions League. Going to keep on rolling with the Champions League until we win it or we're kicked out. I can guarantee you one of those two things is going to happen. So let's take a look at the schedule. We do have some news to get to, or at least some housekeeping to take care of before we get to today's games in the Champions League. First of all, we had an MLS game in between Champions League and now, and in between the first game and now. And that was a 4-2 away victory against Minnesota. It was an excellent game. It was very exciting, very entertaining. Lots of goals being scored. We got up early and then, fought Minnesota back. Minnesota tried to come back in the second half, but we didn't allow it. We kept on scoring those goals. Luis Felipe got the player of the match with an 8.3 rating and a goal. Let's take a look at those goals, by the way. We've had some interesting things happen. You can see we've got De Vries here playing left wing. And he was injured early in the game, and Przybylko had to come in. So here we are, first goal of the game. Sonora sends one back post to Przybylko. Great save by the keeper, but Acosta is there to clean up the trash. And then here we are, Sonora again, being the setup man, sends a great ball forward to Adi. Another great save, and there's Przybylko on the doorstep to get his goal. So he was denied a goal, and then he gets one on the rebound. Here we are, 72nd minute, Minnesota down 2-0, looking to make a play. Raul, great pass to Bullen, and he sneaks one past Stefan. So that's 2-1, 72 minutes. Things are getting a little nervous. Przybylko playing out there on the left wing as the wide target man. Ball makes its way to Felipe, and look at that, just bashes it in. The Segundo Volante crushing it. So that's 3-1. And then here's Williams bashing one downfield for Pantich. I don't know. Anyway, there's Raul again making another great play. 3-2. And Minnesota's trying to make it tricky, but here we are, Przybylko, not known for his speed, but he races to get one, centers it, and there's Adi on the doorstep. I don't know if that was a dummy by Alashe or what, but it made its way to Adi. And he secured the victory 4-2. A little bit of a, back and forth, up and down game, which is fun. Maybe, we don't want to fall back into our old defensive ways that we had a couple of seasons ago. But, it's still early in the season. We're still figuring things out, getting everybody match fit and all that stuff. But still, nice 4-2 victory to start things off is pretty good. So now we got Champions League quarterfinals, first leg versus Philadelphia. We've already played this week's games. Orlando and Santos Laguna drew 0-0. Then Tigres put a thumping on Vancouver 4-0. I mean, it looks like we're going to have to go through Tigres again this season, as we do pretty much every season that we're in the Champions League. The competition goes through them. There's just no if, and, or buts. That's how it is. Anyway, Veracruz and New England 0-0 draw. So, MLS holding their own at the moment, going nervously into the second leg for a lot of those matchups. Now we've got an all-MLS duel here, Cincinnati versus Philadelphia. We can take a look at Philadelphia real quick. And we don't know much about Philadelphia because why would they? Why would we? They're only in our conference. They're only our next opponent. I don't know. I mean, scouting is still funky. I mean, I have Scouting Center. You see, I've got the North American package, upper tier package. You'd think that that would include MLS, but maybe not. I just added some assignments to Scout MLS, so maybe we can do that. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. I just haven't figured out a way to scout our own conference. It isn't working out. Anyway, we'll get to today's matchup. We do have some other things, some interesting, well, not interesting, some unfortunate news. Let's see if we can check the news here. Team of the week announced. That's not unfortunate. Alashe, that's also not unfortunate. He's started in a couple of games this season, so he's calmed down his rhetoric saying that he needs to leave to get playing time because he's getting playing time, so he's fine. But the unfortunate part, DeVries injured for Cincinnati. We saw that Przybylko played in that previous match against Minnesota, and this is the reason why we had him at left wing, because of DeVries' torn wrist ligament, out for 7 weeks. Ouch, that is no good. We also have another little medical problem that just popped up, and that is Luciano Acosta out for between a week and 3 weeks with pulled knee ligaments. We need to not rush him back. I mean, we've got plenty of players at his position, so we can take it easy with him. Patrick Youngs, who also plays his position, is also coming back from pulled knee ligaments. Akechi is coming back from a twisted knee. So we do have some injury problems right now at the moment, but I think we're still fit enough to compete in the Champions League. Unfortunately, the schedule is not being kind to us. We got LA Galaxy at home in 2 days. So it's going to be an interesting lineup for a couple of these games. But anyway, let's get to the matchups. Cincinnati, Philadelphia, match preview. We are at home. Brand new FC Cincinnati Stadium. 24,189 tickets sold out of a 25,000 capacity, so that's pretty good. Cesar Arturo Ramos Palazuelos. It's quite a name for the referee. He gives out 2.3 yellows per match, so we got to watch out. He could hit us with a red card. We've got 3 players unregistered. We just recently had to cut our registration down to, I think, 23 or something like that. Anyway, we had to cut our Champions League registration down. They've got a couple guys unregistered, a couple guys suspended. We've got those 2 injuries to deal with. It's 64 degrees and breezy, so it shouldn't be too bad weather. Anything else to look at? I don't think so. We are 6-4 home favorites. Excellent form. So I think, all signs point to a victory for us. On the bench, we got Przybylko, St. Duke, Sonora, Alashe, Patrick Lee, Chris Clute, Steve Hudson. So we are going with a pretty much MLS starting lineup because why wouldn't we? Playing against Philadelphia. There's no reason to hold back. So here's Philadelphia's lineup. McDermott, Romeo, and Valentin at the fullbacks. Trusty and Reese at central defense. We know Trusty's a good player. Picot, Butcher, Najem, Bedoya. Again, Philadelphia with an excellent midfield. And then David Akam and Torres up front. Marcelo Torres, 2 goals, 7.18 rating. Akam, 1 goal, 1 assist, 6.93 ratings. Bedoya, their captain, still holding on strong. Long-time Philadelphia player. No goals or assists yet this season, so we'll see. He might want to get on track. Romeo, left back, is their highest-rated player at 7.3 with 2 assists. So Philadelphia looks like they're playing strong, but we'll see. Anyway, our lineup: Stefan, Nuhu, Aguirre, Richards, and Glad in central defense. Philippe, Richie Salvador in the midfield. Uh-oh. I didn't plan on this. I forgot about our left wing. We got Wadey at left wing, Crispum, Shelton, and Adi. So it is a bit of a reserve lineup in there. I hadn't quite planned on that. It's not like I didn't have 3 days to plan this out. Anyway, it's fine. We know these are fine players. They can perform when needed. And the pep talk, opposition instructions. All right, so we need to be looking after Romeo. That's good. Bedoya on the right wing. Trying to be sneaky, moving up to the right wing. Other than that, we're good. All right. Tunnel talk. Absence of Acosta is sure to be felt. Yep. Let's let our assistant talk about that. Here we are. Coming out for the national anthem. There's our lovely, lovely stadium. Jumbotron in the corner. We are, of course, in the blues. And Philadelphia in the black and gold? Is that their second? And like, what is that color? Doesn't quite look like a gold. I don't know. Bronze, maybe? Pewter? No. I don't know. I never really looked at what their, like, team colors are officially. Anyway, here's Romeo throwing one in. Glad heads it out. There's a missed header. Crispin takes advantage at midfield. Chips one forward. Trusty is there. Now, supposedly the new patch is installed. And they fixed some of the back pass issues. So we might not see that. Here's Torres. Torres, though, getting loose. Good defense. Closed down on him. Causes a corner. So we shouldn't see quite so many back passes and things like that. And, the back passes that go in the goal. Goalkeepers floundering around. There's a wide shot. All that sort of stuff should be cleaned up with the new winter update that has gone by with FM19. So now that that is out of the way, I guess they'll be working on FM20 now. I mean, probably not that they haven't been already, but now they can really buckle down and start putting some improvements. Here we go. Throw in, far side, Aguirre. Gets it to Philippe. Shelton back out to Aguirre. Sends one into Adi. Oh, boy, that somehow got through. But what did they do? Call a foul on Adi? I didn't see the ticker there. I didn't see what happened. But it must have been a foul on Adi or offside or something. Anyway. Champions League. Here's Crispin with the free kick. Ooh, that was a corkscrew of a shot, but doesn't get on target. I actually sent in a bug report to SI. They didn't fix the Champions League, the North American Champions League. And what I mean by that is that the Western Conference doesn't get any bids to the Champions League. I don't know if it's just when the same team wins the US Cup and MLS Cup that the Western Conference is kept out of the Champions League. But it happened last year. It happened again this year. There are no Western Conference teams in the competition. Oof. Richards scores. Huh. Old number 99 puts one in the back of the net. I thought for sure he was going to be offside. Let's take a look here. Wadey curls one in there. Richards gets the rebound off the defense and just puts it in. You don't expect that from Central defender. The young fella coming through. 20 years old now. Still pretty good. I mean, he's not the greatest player you ever saw, but those physicals are really nice. Mentals are pretty solid. Technicals are okay. I mean, 20 years old. He's still got a lot of room to get better. And, hopefully he can do that with a little bit more playing time this season. So there we go. 1-0 halftime. That's pretty good. 7 shots to 3. 3 on target. 4 total fouls. 50% possession. We're looking okay. No need to do anything. No need to change up our tactics. Happy with your performance. Keep it up. Let's go. Start the second half. So what we want to do is we want to keep that clean sheet. Crispin getting a little wacky there with those passes. But anyway, Richie Salvador ends the highlights. Want to keep that clean sheet. No away goals would be nice. Maybe we get to the 60-minute point. Maybe we drop back and, well, not drop back, but what am I thinking here? Waste time. That's what I'm thinking about. We'll see. 54 minutes. Here's Nacl for Philadelphia. Sends one into Butcher. Philippe clears it out, but looks like Bedoya is going to gather it in, reset the offense. Back to Butcher. Trusty. They probably don't want him with the ball. They probably want him back on defense. He's going to mosey his way back there. All right, so we've pushed him all the way back to midfield. We got our defense set. Let's go. Let's get a counterattack here. Butcher gets one forward to Torres. He's going to turn. Tries to get one out wide. Oh, there's a mess up by the defense. Bedoya to a calm. That was Nuhu. Sort of let one bounce off those orange boots of his. Bedoya takes advantage, and Philadelphia gets the dreaded away goal. Take a look at this. Torres. So you think Nuhu makes a good play here, and he does, but then he just a terrible touch. It's like a, through ball to Bedoya, basically. And that's just too easy for two veteran players to take advantage of. That gets them a shout, I think, of a concentrate. Overwhelmed. All right, throw in. Romeo. Bad throw in. Philippe intercepts. Looking, just shoots one wide. It's an interesting attempt. I don't think he had much hope of that going in unless Adi could have gotten a header on that, but I don't think Adi was necessarily paying attention or expecting that. How are we looking here? Glad, not so good. Shelton, not so good. Wadey. Wadey's actually playing decent. Who do we have on the bench? You know what? Let's bring in our playmaker, Sonora, Kiri Shelton. And then off the bench for defense, I don't know, do we want to bring in Patrick Lee? The youngster, 19 years old. Want to bring him in for Glad? Not really. I mean, Glad is much better. But he's not playing a great game, so we'll stick with just Senora and see what happens. Also got Przybylko on the bench. All right, here's Nuhu. Oh, the old double-legged scissor tackle. Bedoya, get out. Bedoya with the red card. He's going to be out. Wadey's got a yellow. Crispum's got a yellow. 75 minutes. Okay. Here we go. Throw in Nuhu, far side. Gonna get it right back on the sideline. See if he can make a play. Great centering pass to Philippe. Oh, he's got lots of space, but he gets it out wide to Sonora. Great play. Sonora in. Can't get it to Adi, but he gets it back to Crispum. To Adi, the slide tackle. And the ball trickles into the net. A lot of junk in front of the net at that point. And Adi just uses his big frame to take advantage. In between 2 or 3 defenders. Let's take a look at this one. Sonora, again, gets one in. Great play to get it back. Crispum sets up Adi, and then Adi with the weird little slide tackle after the rebound, and it goes in. There we go, 2-1. Oh, boy. Romeo, corner, sends one in. Oh, come on, offside. No. Reese kept onside. Gets the equalizer. 2 away goals. Ugh, this is no good at all. So it's our man here again. Sometimes they keep those guys on side, and I don't like it. They don't always do it, but they do. Aguirre's made a lot of mistakes. So we can bring in Klute for Aguirre. Then bring in Przybylko for Adi, or for Wadey. Make him the wide target man on attack. Be nice to get a third one so we go into Philadelphia up. Oh boy, here's Lopez for Philadelphia out wide to David Kampf. We go down 3-2. That would be disastrous. Valentine on the overlap. Picot makes it to the magic spot but doesn't shoot. Butcher shoots. Come on. That was another mess in front of goal. 90 minutes down, 4 minutes of stoppage time. Looks like we're going to end the game 2-2. Going to Philadelphia. That's not good. Here's the final throw-in from Klute. And there's the whistle. Huh. Dangerous, dangerous times for our next game. Hand over to the assistant. Get out of here. Did not get player of the match. Did not play particularly well. Richards played well. Adi played well in the second half, got that goal. But other than that, everybody sort of walked through the motions. Mediocre. All right. Let's get out of here and get to the next game. Now, we're going to have LA Galaxy coming up next. And unfortunately, I think we're just going to have to skip that game and not play it on camera. And, we'll come back and play some other game. I didn't realize the Champions League was going to interfere with LA Galaxy, but we'll go over the recap of it. But for now, we're going to pause. Okay, we are back for the second leg. And honestly, you didn't miss anything with that LA Galaxy game. We had a boring sort of 0-0 draw. Nothing happened. Played a seriously rotated squad. We had Hudson in goal, Blackman, Wilson, Lee, Klute in there, getting a rare start. Fernando Arce Jr., the Arce man, he got his start and then broke his finger some point in the second half, so we had to sub him out. So that was a great debut for him. Alashe Shelton, Akechi was in there for a little while. Przybylko at left wing, and Hembit was in there. There's a little question in the comments about Hembit, and he is, it's a question about his nationality, and he is indeed Thai. That's an interesting nationality. Don't see that very often. And so he is capped at the under-23 level. I remember him going out for international duty last year, and that's apparently where he went, to the Thai under-23s. Now his other nationality is American. Place of birth, Lansing, Michigan, USA. We did draft him out of Lansing United. And so what I assume is that he was born in America to Thai parents, or at least one of them had a Thai nationality. And so there we go. He's taking his opportunity. He probably won't be good enough to play for the U.S. national team, but he could definitely play for Thai national team. What do they look like here? What's their senior squad look like? I mean, they got, grayed out players on their senior squad. So I got to assume their whole under-23s are grayed out except for him, apparently. Under-19s also all grayed out. So, not a lot of stuff going on right now. I don't know if Thailand is a loadable league. I wouldn't think so, or at least not a loadable nation or anything like that. So yeah, interesting bit of nationality there. He played, Wu Tian played, got a key pass, but we didn't score any goals. Hit a 6.5 rating. He's played fine. I mean, he's a fine player for us. Decent physical stats, decent mental stats, great teamwork and work rate. His technicals are where he shines, though. Free kick, first touch, finishing, dribbling. He's got some really interesting, dissemination of abilities there. It's not where you'd normally see them, but, it's good. He can even do corners a little bit. We could be training this guy as a winger. A left winger is probably what we should be doing. Giving him a little extra training. I usually turn all my training over to the coaches, but occasionally I will take control and do stuff like this. He's unconvincing as an attacking left winger, but we can, yes, but only for the next month. That's fine. So get his crossing up there. He could be a winger. Anyway, we got some Champions League stuff to look at, namely the second leg. And here we go. We got every other game has been played. Orlando City advances on away goals over Santos Laguna. So we got one MLS team going to the semifinals. We're in the quarterfinals. Semifinals. Obviously, one MLS team is going to go from this matchup, either us or Philadelphia. Tigres cruised by Vancouver, and Veracruz beat New England 2-1. Not a tremendously exciting series between those two teams, but Veracruz does manage to go on. So it's going to be two U.S. teams, two MLS teams versus two Mexican League teams, as it usually is in the finals. I think that's pretty much how they set it up, or how they hope it is. But, we want to be one of those four teams. So we're going to have to put the hurting on Philadelphia here. And here we are. Away stadium at Talon Energy Stadium in Chester, Pennsylvania. 18,175 tickets sold out of 18,500 capacity. So nearly a sellout. They are 6-4 home favorites as usual. They've got a few unregistered players. We got a few unregistered players. We also have another serious injury. Luis Felipe is out, so that makes us even more thin at defensive midfielder. So it's DeFries, Felipe, Acosta are all out. We saw Arce had a bit of an injury there, but he could play, I guess, technically. But he's probably, one of the moderate. It doesn't say he came back from injury recently, but, he did just have an injury. Like, we saw it happen. Happened live in front of our eyes. So he could still play, I guess, but he is a high injury risk, so he's probably not gonna. So let's get to our match selection on the bench. We've got Wuthian, we got Kiri, Shelton, we got St. Duke, Richie Salvador, Patrick Lee, Chris Clute, and Hudson, who's been playing well this season. He's got a 7.0 rating. Zach Steffen, though, still playing better at a 7.05 rating. So he still can't pass the man, who's one of the top. He's one of the top goalkeepers in the league, so it's very difficult to pass him up. But we haven't got any, no deals for Steffen. Nobody has come calling yet, so that's good. Looks like Philadelphia has pretty much the same lineup. McDermott, Romeo, Valentine, McKenzie, Trusty, Picot, Reese, Butcher. Waji is back after his suspension. Torres and Akam. So Bedoya is out. Looks like they flip-flop Trusty and McKenzie, and they flip-flop Torres and Akam. So that's some interesting maneuvers. But other than that, they're pretty much the same. We're, of course, going with Steffen in goal. Nuhu, Aguirre, Glad, Richards, Alashe. Pretty much our last defensive midfielder healthy. Akechi is back in the midfield. Przybylko at left wing. We're going to play him at the wide target man. Crispum, Sonora, and Adi up top. So, Przybylko is our leading goal scorer. How about that? 6 goals on the season. A lot of them coming in Champions League. So he might be the Champions League top goal scorer if he keeps it up. He's playing Philadelphia, his former team, so he's getting the start. And we're looking for a big game from the big man. All right, here we go. Let's hand over to the assistant talk. Opposition instructions. What are we doing here? Midfield right. Waji, you're going to close down on him. Reese. We're going to just... Their midfield is so good. We gotta watch all of these guys. Look at all these guys right now are scoring goals. They're all tied for the top goal scorer. Butcher's their leading assist man. We got to watch them all. Butcher, why not? We'll see if we have enough players to mark all those guys, but I don't know. We'll see. Should be 4-on-4 in the midfield, technically. We only have 2 center mids, but they only have 2 center mids too. That's how it works. No defensive midfielders for them. We got that wacky formation, so it's hard to play one-on-one, but that's not really how our defense works. So it's fine. It is fine. All right. We don't want to get eliminated. That would be bad. We got to make it. I mean, I think the board just wanted us to get to the quarterfinals, but I want to win it this year. I think we can win it. You know, if it wasn't for all these injuries, I'd be much more secure. But here we go. Nuhu with the throw in to Crispin, back to Nuhu. Akechi has it. Oh, he's got Alashe wide open. He's going to take the shot. Deflected. He's got another shot. Goal. Nice. Not quite the special spot. Not quite the magic spot, but he gets the goal anyway. Outstanding. And all his teammates come over to help him out or give him a hand because he's, he's in the main group, the main social group. Here he is. First deflection and great touch there. Great shot. Second try. I did a little messing around with the the training groups, and I sort of put the guys who were in the same social group together and made sure that each of the groups had someone who was, influential or highly influential and had, the right kind of determination and the right kind of attitude and all that stuff. We got a pretty close-knit team. I mean, we don't have many jokers on the team. We don't have many guys with, awful determination and all that kind of stuff. So I think our training groups, should be smooth sailing now that we got them all figured out. I don't think there's going to be any real huge problems with that. But that's really the only thing I do when it comes to training. I don't really do a lot with it, and maybe it's to my detriment, but it seems to be okay. Like, guys seem to progress decently, so, I'll stick with it for now. What else is going on? Champions League, like, in real life is going on right now. I watched one of the games. Houston played in their game the other day. It was pretty bad. It was like one of the worst sporting events I've ever seen, to be honest. It was just awful. Like, the game itself was pretty bad. It was just full of fouls, and it was sloppy play, and it was a sloppy field. There was like a 2-hour rain delay, lightning, thunder, all that stuff. There was almost no fans in the stands. Like, most of the fans there were there for the Guatemalan team. They weren't even there for Houston. So it was just not great. Also, it's hard to find those games, like, just to watch them. They're not on television. So you got to look for streams. Most of the streams are in Spanish. So, like, the one English stream that I could find was Yahoo Sports. And since it's not on YouTube, it was being throttled by the internet companies. So the video was like stopping and starting, and it was just a nightmare to watch. I think I got about 3/4 of the way through, and it was a 0-0 draw, so I didn't really miss much. Aguirre on the overlap, trying to chase one down. McKenzie has to back pass it. McDermott getting pressured there. Alashe wins the header. Senora down to Crispin. Crispin trying to go between the defense. Nuhu has to track down a long rebound at midfield. We're going to start again. Ketchy gets it forward to Crispin. Crispin, what are you doing? You're losing the ball. Gets it to Adi. Adi out wide to Aguirre. Playing well, passing it around the park. Senora making the play forward. Can't get it to Adi. Own goal. Are they giving that to Adi? No, they're giving that to Senora. What happened there? He trickled one past everybody. Everybody tried to slide tackle the ball and missed it. Let's take a look at this again. Adi, the defender like kicked the goalkeeper and that made him miss the ball, I guess. I don't know. But we'll take it. Suddenly, it's 2-0. We'll take it. This is how we wanted to start out the last game. 9 shots, 5 on target, 55% possession. Romeo, Waji, McKenzie, all with yellow cards. 60 minutes. Team is calm and motivated. We don't need to make any shouts. They're fired up. Sometimes I fall into that trap where the other team gets fired up by a coaching talk, so I feel like I got to do the same. But with my team, being calm. I don't really want to fire them up. I want them to, just play sound football. It's Pico trying to make a run. Gets one forward, a through ball to a calm. He's got the speed. He tries to center, deflected. Lashe picks it up. He's going to take some time with it. To Sonora. Take those little choppy steps that he likes to take, and then moves forward. Crisp him to Sonora. We're moving the ball well. Gets it forward to Adi. Can he plant it out wide? Nope. I thought he was going to make for Przybylko, but he didn't. He gets it back. Sonora's on the underlap. Centers to Akechi. Oh, he's got the spot with the left foot, and he scores. Got him back at roaming playmaker. And he definitely makes the play there. He scored so many goals from the midfield last year. It's ridiculous. And I don't know if he's on pace to do the same thing, but, I mean, look at that. Just nobody around. Bashes it in. Comeback player of the year last year. Right? No, he was MVP of the league last year. Yeah, he was MVP. So, there you go. MVP performance. 3-0. Philadelphia. Okay, so we played around with them a little bit in that first leg. Didn't quite have a tremendous lineup in. And now, oh no, there's Sonora. Another red card. 2 games in a row with a red card. This is Romeo. That's why Bedoya's not in. Because Bedoya got a red card last game. There we go. All right. Team instructions. So let's waste time. That's fine. Just run out the clock, boys. Run out the clock. They got to move their midfield over, so now they're running the 4-3-2. 7 shots, 3 on target, 44% possession for Philadelphia. Not so good. Maguire fights for it on the edge of the box. Sonora sends it back post to Przybylko. Can't get the header on it. Ooh, Akechi tries to volley one in. 80 minutes. Philadelphia's fired up. We're still calm and confident. That's what we want. We'll get Akechi out of there. 66%. Got to save him for the season. Bring in Richie Salvador. That's fine. Przybylko probably also. Who do we got that can go in on the left wing? It's either St. Duke or Shelton. Might as well get St. Duke some playing time. I mean, Shelton would be the... if the game was closer, I probably would put in Shelton. But, 3-goal lead. I think it's fine to put the youngsters in there. 90 minutes, full time. There we go. Devastation. 16 shots to 7. 7 on target to 3. They had 17 fouls, 4 yellow cards, and a red card. And we had 56% possession to their 44. Player of the match. Akechi, right? Akechi, even though he got subbed out, he still got the player of the match. 8.7 rating and a goal. Dominated the midfield. Lashe also the 8.2 and a goal. Sonora 8.1 and a goal. So just our midfield dominated their midfield. So that's good news. All right, dressing room. Pep talk. Very happy. End pep talk. Let's go. Cincinnati triumphs. That's right. Quarterfinal. What? We draw Orlando. Now, what is this? Is this to ensure that it's Mexican League versus Major League in the final, right? Huh. Kind of bunk. But, I mean, what are you going to do? All right, Orlando City, we can probably beat them. I don't know where they're at right now, but... Reserve international contract. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Where is Orlando at right now? competitions. 11th place currently. I mean, that can be deceiving for teams in Champions League. You know, it's hard to bounce back. Not every team has the depth that we do where we can keep on winning or drawing with our reserves. But anyway, we shall see. I think we can definitely beat Orlando, and then it's going to be down probably to Tigres in the finals. We might get lucky and face the other team, but it'll most likely be Tigres in the finals. So we'll come back for that, I suppose. Well, we got a few games until then. We don't want to play Philadelphia again. Montreal. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then Atlanta United in between. I mean, I'd like to play the Atlanta United game, but that's in between the two Champions League games. That's no good. Huh. I guess we'll come back. I mean, we'll keep the Champions League ball rolling, and then we'll come back. It'll be the first quarter update, you know, for when we get to New York. So then we can come back for that episode, and that'll be like a longer episode because we can look back at all these games that we missed and sort of overview the first quarter of the season, I guess. That seems to be a plan. We'll stick to that. So until then, until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.